Hello everyone. We're not fishing this Friday because me and Neil and the family are going to some Halloween things, but we thought teach you how to make some lead weights. It's not going to be perfect, but it's how I make my weights, and Neil's happy because he's just getting weights. Right, we get down to it. We'll show you what we got and what everything is. Right, so this is my dross. This is all the slag and that comes off all the leads. This is my little tray, my little skimming spoon. These are the eyelets for the grip leads, because we'll be making Geminis tonight. So we have quite a few. And then these are the Gemini molds. So when I use that screw, I can adjust it up and down to make 1 ounce up to 7 ounce, if you know how to adjust it in the right marks. You can see there's a few marks on there, so I've marked it for 5 and 6 at the moment because that's most of the size I use. And then once this will go, so this goes into here like that, and then that shuts onto there, and I pull my lead into there, and then there's a little breaker there that I can break it open with. But before I pour it in, I always put that on there, holds them all together. And then for safety aspects, I don't ever recommend doing this inside unless you have a very good airflow, but I still wouldn't recommend it. So I've got the door open, I'm doing it by my doorway. I have, these are welder's gauntlets, because it does get very hot. Even through these you can burn your fingers. I do have a face mask and I do have a respirator, but I'm going to be naughty and not wear a face mask or respirator. I do recommend having long sleeves, just in case it spits, and I do recommend wearing trousers, because if it drops down you don't want it going inside your shoe and burning you. But other than that, that's what I recommend on safety. This is from back in the day. This is a stainless steel teapot, but it's awesome. So you can see that loaded with lead, but it has a little strainer pre-built inside, so anything I forget to skim out, it gets skimmed out itself. And this is just a camping stove. That's all you need. You don't need anything super good, just a camping stove that'll melt your lead. Right, let's get down to melting some lead. Yeah.
I'll take a sugar with mine, please, mate. A bit of milk. So what's all the slag made of then, John, that you're taking out?
It's just the oxidisation of the lead. So that's all it is, the oxidisation of this lead. And as you can see, it's all mirroring there now. So if I move that to the side. Right, so here's an old fishing lead. As you can see, there's no end to it. So when I stick this in the lead, anything that's not lead will float to the surface. So that bit of metal, once it's melted, will float on the surface. So if I drop that in there, why this? Watch out! Shot lid. So, like I was saying a second ago, that bit of metal there, look, I'll push it down, pop straight back up, even though that's still. But what it means is I get to turn that 5 ounce into another 5 ounce. So, now the lead is melted, and we're ready to go. I've pre-warmed the moulds up, so I can turn the heat down this now. Right, so what we do, we put the eyelet in there. I'll keep 1 ounce spare, just make it some, still got my dexterity. One in there like that. We'll put this onto here. What I always recommend is give these a little tap to make sure they're seated. And then we get this, pour it in my little hole. And that's it. And there we are, set. So now that's set, I can just go there, that, pop her open, pull this out, cut your sprue off, which I will re-melt for later on, like that, dump it into the water, and your next one, like that. That onto there, turn that over to there, put that onto there, tap, 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 pull that into there. There we are, set. Just like that. Cut the sprue off. That. Into there. That's as easy as it goes. You will get used to it after a while and you'll get a little rhythm going. It's obviously a bit harder for me because I'm trying to film it so you guys can see everything as well. But it's very important you heat up your moulds because then you get a smooth finish each time. So if I grab that one out, see it says Gemini, nice smooth finish on it. You don't get no wavy lines. So it's very important you don't get any water in the wet lead because it will explode. So go in the melted lead, not the wet lead, but in the melted lead. Very important you don't get any water in it. There we are. And say you want to go off and do something or you're waiting to melt some more lead, you put your lead in, leave that full up, it will stay hot, and then when that's melted, that'll still be hot enough that you get a nice smooth lead out of it. So 10 minutes later, I've made all these. Made a few up already, so I'll show Neil how to make them, but here's one now. I'll show you. So we've got to cut up all this. I didn't close the mould properly, so we've got this flashing and the sprue still to take off. So what you do is trying to cut it as tight to it as possible. So like that. And then what we can do is we get a Stanley knife and literally, that's it. Take your sprues off. Take your flashing off and your sprue off. Like that. And if you want a bit of a flatter look, you just whittle it a little bit. So there's your finished article there. Then all I do is I put them onto this bit of wood that I have. That is a 5 ounce, well, just a 5. And all I do is put it on there. You don't need a massive whack. That's it, you've got your 5. What I'll do is I'll flip it over. Make sure you got your 5 right way round. And that's it. And Neil will show you how to make the rest of it.
5 hours later.
Right, so now I've got Neil on it. He's going to be making the bottom part.
So yeah, first we're going to cut off 4 of these little things.
What length are you doing them at, Neil?
This long. I'd say 1 inch.
Just over 1 inch, I'd say.
Yeah, always overestimating. But yeah, they're going to go onto the legs. So John's just showing me how to do this. So bear with me a second. Oh, we've already gone wrong. There you go. So we're just going to stick this through this little hole here.
That's what she said.
Yeah, and that's where the inch come from. And we're going to tilt it up. Oh, John. It's easier than this once you get used to it. Come on.
I've already shown you twice already.
I've done one already. There you go. And then it goes a bit further around somewhere.
Yeah. Down, put it down.
That's it. And then if by magic there'll be 4 more done. Just 1 second. There we go. Right. I'm going to speed that up a little bit. And then these just sit on here. Like so.
This is only supposed to be a 10-minute video.
Feature length adult. No, there it is.
Alright, come on. Alright. And screw that onto that thread.
Bob's your uncle.
Right, so yes, we made 2 beforehand. I just showed Neil, so yeah, just got this lot to go for at some point. Right, from Neil and from me, love you, bye.